Hey guys, welcome back to Shep's Movie Review. First, let me apologize. If you've been following me on Facebook or Instagram, you've known I've had some computer issues. Hopefully that's all taken care of by now. Hopefully I can give you some more consistent movie reviews for the rest of the 2018, because goddamn 2018 seems like it's going to be a great year for movies. Black Panther's releasing next week. Can't wait to see that movie. We got the Solo movie coming out in a couple months. We have the Avengers movie. We got the new Venom movie coming. Trailer just dropped for that today. We've got Ant-Man and Wasp. There's such great movies coming out, and hopefully I'll be able to provide my movie reviews to you guys, and hopefully you'll enjoy them. Now, for the movie that I was able to screen last night, 50 Shades Freed, the climax of the 50 Shades trilogy. Yes, they've made 3 of these movies already. But this one, 50 Shades Freed, focuses on Anastasia and Christian. They're now married. They're living their day-to-day lives. They've had a glorious honeymoon. They're coming into their own and feeling out how they're going to fit together now that they're newlyweds. But then Jack Hyde raises his ugly head again, the previous boss from 50 Shades Darker, and he's going to be the big bad for this movie. Now, 50 Shades Freed, what is it really about? Really, the story is pretty basic. It's not very original, I'd say. You have Christian and Anastasia. They're finding their balance with each other. Anastasia, on one hand, is coming into her own as a woman now that's powerful and wealthy. She's got to deal with Christian and his obsessive compulsive order, though he's trying to behave better. But Anastasia, on the other hand, likes to poke Christian just enough to get him riled up, so that way they can have that hot, passionate sex that we've seen all in the first 2 movies. But she's also having to come into her own while she's now got to deal with women that are coming onto Christian, because he's this powerful, rich man, of course, and he's good looking. So of course they want to be with him. But she's also got to prove to other people, like some of the people at her work, that she's deserved the promotion or the job that she's in right now, other than her husband owns the company. She's also got to try to balance life with Christian and life with her friends, and and how obsessive he gets. He wants her for himself and no one else, but he's got to come to realize that she does have a life, that she has friends that she's going to go with. Christian, on the other hand, we don't really get too much character development from him, I'd say. We see, even from the first movie to the second movie, now to this movie, at least in the beginning of this movie, he doesn't change too much. He seems to be the same person. He's really obsessive about Anastasia. He's learned, I will say there has been some development on his character. He's learned how to let go a little bit, and he keeps progressing. But it just doesn't seem to be enough for someone. I get it, he has this dark past. He's had things happen to him, and he's learned to live life in a rigid manner. And Anastasia has kind of come in and turned that stuff upside down. But he doesn't seem to mature too quickly. I'm not going to say that he doesn't have any character development. He surely does have some. But it's really slow, and you kind of want to slap him sometimes. Now, coming to Hyde. Hyde is in here to be the big bad. And he's supposed to be the smarter than Christian. He could have had the same life Christian had, but due to unforeseen circumstances, stuff happened. But he's still not a good guy. I say he's supposed to be the big bad, but the reason I say that is because this movie is really like the day-to-day life of Christian and Anastasia. And he pops his head up, does something, goes to the ground. Christian and Anastasia kind of forget about him for a few days. He pops his head back up again, he goes back down. They forget about him. And then towards the end, when things happen and stuff escalates really quickly, this guy is supposed to be very smart, very ingenious, and things he does doesn't really make sense. There's a part at the very beginning of this movie where he kind of breaks into the Gray company and does some things and gets away with it. Security wasn't alerted to him, even though in the second movie Christian knew about him and had his security on alert for him. But the guy's able to walk through his walk into his company's door, get a visitor's badge, able to get into certain locations without no one noticing, without security blinking an eye. And I don't say that's bad on Hyde's part, because he's supposed to be the super bad guy. But it also goes to show on Christian's part, if he's this really obsessive compulsive person and he knows that Hyde is out there and Hyde is trying to get at his family, that he would take better precaution. All the security personnel at his job would have known to look out for this guy, and even had higher security. But that's neither here nor there. I'm picking things. Just to sum this up real quick, 50 Shades Freed. It's the end of the trilogy. It's pretty much the day-to-day life of Christian and Anastasia. They do something, Christian gets mad, they have sex. Hyde pops up, they figure out how to take care of Hyde, rinse, wash, repeat kind of thing. I won't say it was a bad movie. I wasn't bored. I won't say bored. I didn't hate the movie. I did check my watch like twice to figure out when this movie was going to be over with, and that's kind of bad for a 90-minute movie. So my recommendation, though I know most of you, if you're a 50 Shades fan, are going to go see the movie in theaters anyways, I would Netflix it. It's not worth the time in the theaters. It's not worth your money. If you want to see Christian and Anastasia have sex again, you can watch the first two movies. I'm sure you can get on Netflix or get the DVDs or, something. So don't waste your money. Netflix it and go see something else. Save it for Black Panther coming out next week. But guys, that's all I have time for today. Have you seen 50 Shades Freed? Let me know in the comments below if you agree with me or disagree, and we can have some kind of discussion. But I'll see you guys next week. Until then.